Cheers! Is Matrix Resurrections worth watching? Let's get into the review.
I've had dreams that weren't just dreams. Am I crazy?
Lana Wachowski directs the film. This is the fourth installment in the Matrix series. When I was doing my research to try and find out what other films she's directed, I couldn't find anything, and I thought, oh, this is really cool. This is her first major film, and a sister of the Wachowski brothers. Wrong. I found out that the Wachowski brothers have both transitioned into the Wachowski sisters.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, of course not.
I mean, it's fine if that's who you are.
Absolutely.
The film goes back into the life of Mr. Anderson, who has been reinserted back into the Matrix. Mr. Anderson is struggling with his perception of reality. The decisions he needs to make will always be an illusion and tilted towards the pursuit of the truth. What Neo is unaware of is how strong the Matrix has become and the safety walls that have been put into place to keep him grounded and secured within the Matrix. This film is shot much differently compared to previous films. Lana is much more focused on natural light, and she's also focusing more on a multi-toned film. This is probably the funniest of the four movies. She asked the question, why can't it be an action sci-fi comedy? Keanu and Carrie Moss talk about Lana's assertiveness during the filmmaking process. She's more focused on doing as opposed to rehearsing. A lot more long takes and giving the actors more freedom. She has more of an abstract style of expression with this movie. Keanu and Carrie Ann Moss were great in the film. I just wish Neo's character had more attitude to him like he did in the original.
How about I give you the finger and you give me my phone call?
Neil Patrick Harris was the standout for me in this film. He had charisma, he was funny, his jokes hit well. He plays Mr. Anderson's therapist in the film. He keeps him grounded and bound to the Matrix. I feel like the film missed an opportunity with the character development. There's so many new characters in this film, and you just get no background and there's no attachment. They could die in the movie and I would feel absolutely zero. The audio seemed pretty average at the start of the film. There are a few lines of dialogue that I couldn't hear clearly or understand. I feel like the plot at times was unnecessarily complicated. While you were trying to wrap your mind around part of the concepts, it would just chop and change with more information. So while you're trying to work out what's just happened, you're getting piled on with new events. Keanu had great chemistry with Carrie Ann Moss and Neil Patrick Harris. There were some older characters from the original films brought back into it, but I don't want to go too far into it as to not spoil the film. Flashbacks in this film were overused at times. There was a lot of similarities between this film and the original, which tie into the plot, but I think I'd prefer much more originality. There were a few scenes in the movie where I was like, yeah, nah, that character has definitely just been shot then. There's no way that they've just missed them. If I pulled one of the moves in this movie in, say, a Call of Duty game, I would be insta-killed, laughed at, and probably teabagged.
What kind of move was that?
I cracked him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's over, man. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
The agents seem like they have the accuracy of stormtroopers. I did enjoy how the real world had changed in this film to previous films, the differences and the evolution that has taken place. Although there is this one particular bit in the film where they create strawberries and they use the data from the Matrix to create the strawberries, and to me it just didn't make any sense. I feel this movie missed the mark a little bit. Perhaps from a second viewing I might like it some more. Although I'm going to wait until it comes out on a streaming service before I watch it again. I would put this movie on the bottom of your list of priority for movies to watch. Go watch Dune, go watch Spider-Man. I'm giving the film 3 out of 5 Neil Patrick Harrises. My name's Jay, this is Scotty Reviews. Till next time.
Take me away